Good morning, students. Today also we have to continue the first chapter, Introduction to Macroeconomics. In this video, we have to discuss about mixed economy. Let us see the mixed economy and its feature, merits and demerits. Mixed economy, in short, mixedism. Like capitalism, socialism, here mixedism. In a mixed economy system, both private and public sectors coexist and work together towards economic development. So here, private sector and public sector both are coexist and work together forward to developing the nation. So development of the country, they have to work. It is a combination of both capitalism and socialism. It tends to eliminate the evils of both capitalism and socialism. What are the demerits we seen there in capitalism and socialism? These are all should be avoided in the mixedism. This is called mixed economy. In these economies, resources are owned by individuals and the government. Both have right to have. India, England, France and Brazil are the examples of mixed economy. Look at this picture. They give an explanation about economic system. Mixed economies contain socialist learning, capitalist learning. Here the communism one side, another side pure competition will be there in the mixed economy. It is also called pure economy, pure planned economy, pure free market economy. Both are coexist. So some of the examples of countries given here: North Korea, China, Venezuela, France, Sweden, United States, Japan. These are the countries following this mixedism. Let us see the features of mixed economy. Ownership of property and means of production. The means of production and properties are owned by both private and public sector. The public and private sectors have the right to purchase, sell or use and also transfer their resources. They have their rights as they wish. Coexistence of public and private sector. In mixed economy, we know that both are coexisted. So the public and private sector coexisted. Private industries undertake activities primarily for profit motive only. Here the public sector firms are owned by the government with a view. Their main aim is maximizing their public welfare. It means social welfare. Maximizing the social welfare. This is their foremost aim. But the private sector aiming for their profit. Okay, for profit motive only they are investing. Economic planning. The Central Planning Authority prepares the economic plans. Already I said to you, the central government only preparing plans, economic plans, policies, everything, So the national plans are drawn up by the government and both private and public sector abide. In general, all sectors of the economy function according to the objectives, priorities and targets laid down in the plan. Whatever the agenda taken by the government, the private and public sectors abide by the policy. Okay, the target also laid down in the plan. According to the target, they have to go ahead. So the Central Planning Authority taking any decision, they also consider about private sectors. But the private sectors obey the rules of the Central Planning Authority. Understood? Solution to economic problem. The basic problems of what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce and how to distribute are solved through the price mechanism as well as state intervention. Here, whatever problems is there, both are taking decision and both are have right to taking solution for the economic crisis. So the basic problem is there: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Understood? These are the three kinds of problems happening in the economy, and they have to solving the problem adjusting their price mechanism, because the state intervention should be there. In mixed economy, the state intervention should be there. Okay? Freedom and control. Though the private has freedom to own resources, produce goods and services, and distribute the same, the overall control on the economic activities rests with the government. Okay? Here the government only taking a decision and making policies and planning and all. So freedom given to the private sector. Even though the freedom given to the private sector for producing goods and services and distributing to the public, the overall control governed by the government. Okay, the economic activities and all concerned and governed by the government. The freedom, the kite-like freedom given by the government to the private sector. Okay. Next we have to move merits of mixed economy. These are the points of features of mixed economy. Now we have to move merits of mixed economy. In merits of mixed economy, the first point is economic growth. This is called as rapid economic growth, because the private and public sector coexisting and working together for nation's development or country's development. That's why rapid economic growth will be there automatically. The best advantages of the mixed economy is that it promotes the rapid economic growth. Thus, both public requirements and private needs are taken care of. Here both are working together and their needs are taken care of. The private sector needs taken care by the government. Whatever the economic activities taken by the private sectors, that and all advocated by the government. Okay, for economic development. Balanced economic growth. In mixedism, it promotes balanced growth of economy. It promotes balanced growth between agriculture and industry, consumer goods and capital goods, rural and urban, etc. So, the balanced economy will be increased because of the mixedism. Understood? Because both are working together and they promote the nation's economic development. Proper utilization of the resources. In mixed economy, the government can ensure proper utilization of resources. They are guiding the private sector and they also investing more. The government controls most of the important activities directly on the private sector industries. So, even though they are given freedom and they are given kite-like freedom, the government controls most of the important activities of the private sector, directly or indirectly. So, they properly utilized their resources. There is no wastages. So, the proper utilization of resources concerned by the government. Economic equality. The government uses progressive rates of taxation for laying income tax. So, levying investment. So, to bring about economic equality. So, here economic equality maintained by the government by the levying taxes, income tax. Special advantages to the society. The government safeguards the interest of the workers and the weakest section by legislating on minimum wages and rationing establishing fair price shops, and formulating social welfare measures. These are all taken by the government. That's why they called as safeguard government. Okay, they giving safeguard to the public. So special advantages to the society given by government with the use of mixed economy. They concerned about the weaker section, the downtrodden people, and minimum wages earning peoples, and rationing, establishing the fair price shop. It means ration shop. For what? Formulating the social welfare measures, taking measures to solve the economic problems among the poor section people. Okay, these are the points of merits of mixed economy.